scored 31 points and grabbed 10 rebounds. He led the way to a 103-94 win over the Nuggets, the 5th straight win for the Pacers. An arbitrator today hears the first of 2 cases between Vin Baker and the NBA. He must decide if the league can bar Baker from signing with any team until his dispute with the Celtics is settled. Then he'll have to decide if the Celtics cancel Baker's contract illegally. ESPN's Mike Greenberg tells us about the battle that apparently brought this all about.
How did Baker go from one of the game's brightest stars to a future of uncertainty? All signs point to his use and abuse of alcohol.
And alcohol is a tough thing to deal with. It can get any of us. And it took over the person, it took over the spirit, it took over the flesh. And so as an athlete, you always reassure yourself at this level that you can beat anything.
Baker says his abuse of alcohol dates back to the lockout season of '98-'99. And his performance that season seems to prove just that. He went from a 19.8 rebound player the previous year to 14 and 6. But at that time, his lack of production was said to be related to a bout with depression and a rapid gain of weight. We now know those symptoms were more than likely alcohol-related.
There'd be nights, be days when I would say to myself, you know, this has got to stop. You know, you got to get some help. You might not be tough enough to handle this on your own.
But instead of seeking help immediately, Baker tried to battle the addiction on his own terms. And we were left wondering what happened to Vin Baker, the All-Star. A trade to Boston in 2002 was supposed to reignite Baker's career. Instead, his production dropped to an all-time low of 5 points per game while playing just 18 minutes a night. However, this past off-season, Baker finally decided to turn elsewhere for help, checking himself into an alcohol rehab program in Connecticut. And after the treatment, he returned in better shape, determined to provide an impact. He scored in double figures in 22 of the season's first 36 games, including this game winner.
Into the lane, Vinny knocks it down! Vinny! Way to go, Vinny!
His production, though, quickly dropped off again. We now know Baker failed to comply at least 3 times with the terms of his aftercare agreement, leaving his future as a Celtic very much in doubt. We can now only hope Baker can put his life back together off the court before dealing with his future on it.
That's sports for this half hour.
Got a little spring fever. Don't you have it? Even though there's snow in the forecast around the country.
Well, I don't want to talk about the snow.
All right, let's talk about boats then. We got a boatload of gadgets we're going to take a look at when we come back. They call him Captain Dick. He's in the house on World News Now.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Wherever you are, accidents happen. There are roads and risks, ladders and slippery surfaces, spills and falls, and mistakes made where people get hurt. Remember this number, because wherever you are, in every part of the tri-state area, Jacoby & Myers has an office near you. And when someone gets hurt, we can help. Give us a call. We'll send a car for you, or we'll come to you wherever you are. 1-877-JM-LAWYER. Count on us.
My credit card, it's out of control. I need help.
The interest rates on my credit cards are killing me. I don't know who to turn to.
There is an answer. With one phone call, the American Foundation for Financial Freedom can solve all your credit problems now. We are a nonprofit organization operating with your best interest in mind. The American Foundation for Financial Freedom will negotiate directly with your creditors, saving you thousands of dollars in interest. Lean on us to get back on your feet. Call now.
Here are some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead. The mayor of Seattle is set to announce that his city will accept as legal same-sex unions performed in other cities. That means partners in such marriages will be eligible for the same benefits as heterosexual couples. Martha Stewart meets with a federal probation officer later in New York. The meeting is part of a pre-sentencing investigation which the judge will use in determining how long Stewart will spend in prison. And the search resumes later today in the waters of Baltimore Harbor for 3 missing people. 1 person is confirmed dead in a water taxi accident on Saturday. 2 people remain in critical condition. These are some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead.
As the weather gets warmer, it's a good time to find out what floats your boat, literally. There's usually a flood of boat shows around this time of year, and we knew just who to send to wade through some of the latest offerings. Besides being our gizmo guy, DeBartolo is also the East Coast editor of Powerboat magazine. In fact, he's been writing for 34 years for the magazine. He's owned 26 boats, never a car. And Dick is back on dry land this morning to talk to us a little more about what he found out there. Never a car.
Never a car. You don't have no alternate side of the river parking for boats.
Yeah, don't say that too loudly, though.
Oh, yeah, I know.
No ideas.
Hey, this is really neat. This is the Stay Alive life jacket, and a guy named Dan Williams, a retired Marine policeman, invented it. And what his theory is, when you need your life jacket during an emergency, you may not take everything else you need. They're all built in. So you have your flares, your line, you have your flashlight. There's a whistle up here. There are your flares, signal mirror. This is a great idea. And in the back, there's a pull-down distress flag.
And the water won't bother any of those devices?
Well, you know, all those things are made so that for emergencies, they're going to be waterproof, because that's when you use them, is during a sinking. Hopefully not. But this is a great idea. The Stay Alive life jacket is about $200. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Miami and join Captain Dick at the boat show. You know, when is my luck going to change? I'm in Miami. I had to go to Las Vegas and play with electronics for 4 days. Then they send me to Toy Fair, play with toys for 3 days. Now in Miami, go on boats, ride boats. When am I going to get a decent assignment? Listen, I'm a professional. I'll deal with it. Hi, I'm on the Windsor 24-footer, and this is a head. Head is bathroom for landlubbers, shower, and a changing room. And it's a changing room for a special reason, which I'll show you. When I said changing room, that head compartment, it folds down and it becomes a sofa. That's really amazing. This boat's a 24-footer and it starts at about $35,000. The 24-foot Windsor craft we're on is powered by a brand new Johnson 200 horsepower 4-stroke engine. Are they quiet? That engine is running. They are amazing. They're also environmentally sound. The great thing about boating, you don't need a bucket of bucks to do it. This is really a nice looking boat. It's a bow rider, a lot of room for the family, 17 feet. It's under $11,000. It's done with Beck Construction. Pretty much a computer built your boat, so it's very strong. And that includes, by the way, the boat, the motor, and the trailer. And this boat runs about 45 miles an hour, so it's really fun for the family. Okay, so if 17-foot is not big enough for you, well, how about this guy? This is a Carver 56. This sleeps 6 people, goes about 30 miles an hour, a little bit better, wide open, and it's $1,250,000. But you know what? I'm not going to get the microwave, make it a little more affordable. Hey, when you go to the boat show, look for the Discover Boating booth. They can answer your boating questions, help you buy a boat. Some shows even have a guy there to teach you to tie knots. This is a double granny Spike Marshall doodad thing. So if you have a boat, new or old, and you want to navigate, well, Furuno's kind of the leader in navigation equipment. They build a lot of stuff for Coast Guard boats. This is one of their Furuno chart plotter navigators. They make depth sounders, VHF radios. They make something called Nav Pilot. The Nav Pilot's neat. It uses something called adaptive technology, and what that means, the boat knows about tide and wind and current, so you set it for the Bahamas, the boat goes to the Bahamas, and I'm going with them. You know, I have zero sales resistance, so, you know, I had to buy something, so it's true, I bought this. No, not this yacht. I bought this little mini E-Tech. I mean, we do work for ABC News.
Oh, and for World News Now, no less.
Yes, exactly.
So if you were to buy that yacht or any of the other boats at the boat show,
okay,
you've got to look for this.
This is a good sticker to look for. It's the National Marine Manufactured sticker, and that means it meets all Coast Guard requirements, and they tested the fuel and the steering and the electrical. So look for that.
This fascinates me, this next
Okay,
thing
well,
here.
I'm going to show you something on my wrist first. This is from Garmin, and it's called the Fortrex. This is a GPS that you wear, and what you can do is it keep track of your speeds. We're not getting a signal here. It keeps saying, are you indoors? But what you can do is a little too small to do maps. But as you travel, you just keep hitting waypoint, waypoint. On your way back, you hit go to, and a compass comes up and give you your course back.
And that actually can be used for more than just boating.
Using for jogging, using for anything. That's from Garmin, and that's going to be about $180, the Fortrex 201.
I've done some diving, so this kind of interests me. You don't need the all the equipment.
No, this is neat. This is called Surface Dive, and what it is, instead of the tanks, this hooks up to the boat battery, and then this is an air compressor. It comes with your scuba mouthpiece. You just add goggles. You can go down about 25 feet. So if you're in clear water, you go down, look at the fish. Great for repairing the bottom of boats.
This is for a little extra power if you need it.
Yes, exactly. Into the cigarette lighter, it's from Xantrex, and you get 175 watts. And what I like about this, overload control, overload light, it'll shut down if your battery's getting too low where you may not be able to start your car.
And you brought your co-star here today.
Yeah, this is Fairway, and Fairway loves her life jacket. And what I wanted to say is there are life jackets for dogs, and what's great about them is, you know, if a dog falls into the water, they can't climb a ladder.
Absolutely, right.
So they have handles on a handle.
Great
This is a
idea.
deluxe one, which even has a little reflector stripe.
Our gizmo guy / Captain Dick. I don't know what to call you today.
Ahoy, matey.
That's right.
Okay.
Take me next time, would you?
Okay, you will.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go both.
Thanks for joining us here this morning, and you're watching World News Now.
Honey, come quick. There's French toast on the TV.
Well, get a sponge and clean it off.
No, it's an ad on TV for Denny's French Toast Slam.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, and just $4.99.
Let's go. I don't feel like cooking.
Ah, you never feel like cooking.
If you want to get a jump on the day, you better get started the night before. Tylenol PM stops your pain and eases you into a restful night's sleep, so you wake up refreshed.
For the beheading of South Korean translator Kim Sun-il. A new videotape of the execution has been released. It shows Kim sobbing before a masked man with a knife cuts off his head. On the tape, the hostage takers warn, starting today, you will get heads, followed by heads, as punishment for you and any country who rides the American caravan of evil. Kim's murder sparked this protest in the South Korean capital of Seoul. Demonstrators demanded the government pull the plug on its plan to send more troops to Iraq. South Korea intends to send 3,000 additional troops to Iraq, which would make it the third largest coalition partner after the U.S. and Great Britain. Nancy Weiner, ABC News, Washington.
The government of Saudi Arabia has an offer and an ultimatum for Islamic militants. The message: give yourselves up within a month and avoid the death penalty. Refuse to surrender by the deadline and face a fierce crackdown. A series of terrorist attacks in recent weeks has shaken the country, including the beheading of American contractor Paul Johnson last week. A new book about the inner workings of the CIA is creating controversy this morning. It is highly critical of the Clinton and Bush administration's efforts to fight terrorism. Since the author of Imperial Hubris is a current CIA employee, he was only allowed to write the book and speak to ABC News anonymously. He says a central premise in the war on terror is misguided.
We need to face the fact that Muslims are angry at us not because of who we are, not because we vote, not because women go to school, but because of what we do in the world.
The book's detractors point out Anonymous was once in charge of the CIA hunt for Osama bin Laden, but has been removed from that role.
The Scott Peterson trial has a new jury member this morning. The judge dismissed juror number 5 yesterday after that juror made news last week. ABC's Carla Wall has more.
This was the incident that initially got juror number 5 into trouble. Last week, while passing through the metal detector, he spoke to Laci Peterson's brother, Brent Rocha. It was reported he said, "Looks like you're going to lose." In fact, he said,
I told him he wasn't going to be on the news tonight because I was in the shot. It was news tonight. It wasn't lose at all.
At the time, the judge concluded there had been no misconduct, but he dismissed the juror. A transcript of a closed-door meeting indicates Justin Falconer admitted to discussing media coverage of the case with his girlfriend. The judge had warned jurors to avoid media coverage. When asked what he thought of the case so far, Falconer said if he had to deliberate now, he would find Peterson not guilty of murdering his wife Laci and unborn son.
Right now it is, yeah. I mean, the prosecution hasn't given me any reason whatsoever to believe that he is.
Falconer also said he thought Peterson's attorney, Mark Garagos, is doing an excellent job. Garagos asked the judge to declare a mistrial, saying it's an outrage what's going on. The judge denied the motion. An alternate juror will take Falconer's place. Carla Wohl, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Also from Los Angeles, at least 2 police officers are off patrols after one was caught on tape repeatedly hitting a suspected car thief. The tape shows the suspect apparently surrendering to one officer before a second officer hits the man several times with a flashlight. The LAPD says the man was not seriously hurt. The department is investigating the incident.
An event in Atlanta over the next 3 days is expected to draw more people to the city than the 2000 Super Bowl at the Georgia Bowl. The event called Megafest is called Megafest, and ABC's Steve Osunsami has a preview.
More than 120,000 people are expected in downtown Atlanta for this year's Megafest 2004 event. It is somewhat of a religious revival, but many people here would describe it as much more than that. They say it's a combination of theology and theocracy, where people here learn everything from scripture to how to repair their credit. The founder of this event, Bishop T. Dave Jakes, has been described as the Black Billy Graham. This event continues until Saturday. Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Atlanta.
We often get email from you, and we appreciate it when you write in. And somebody wrote in to say that they love both David and Tamala. We love you back. But they want to know, David, why did you go and shave your arms? They appreciate the natural arms.
This is why, David, oh why? Well, we have proof this morning that these arms have not seen any wax. In fact, before the broadcast each morning, we have to brush the hair on our arms.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's hairy as an ape. Now for the weather.
Is that true? Anyway, we're not going to know. A powerful storm system with possible tornadoes covers the eastern Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and Central Plains. Heavy rain could bring flooding to the Gulf Coast and Southeast. 20-degree below normal temperatures in the Midwest. Warmer than usual in Utah. Now some forecasts around the country. And a visit to the baby cheetahs. They are hairy in California.
I don't need no one to tell me about heaven. I look at my daughter and I believe. I don't need no proof when it comes to God and truth. I can see the sunset and I can see. Sit with them all night. Everything they say is right.
World News Now weather brought to you by Colonial Penn Life Insurance.
I'll be right by your side, come hell or water high.
Go ahead, I'll be right there. Wouldn't it be great if life worked like this parking meter? I could keep putting quarters in and stay here with my family forever. Of course, life doesn't work that way. That's why I bought life insurance from Colonial Penn to help make sure my final expenses won't become my family's problem. And it costs me less than $1/4 a day.
For less than $1/4 a day, just $6.95 a month per unit, Colonial Penn offers guaranteed acceptance life insurance to people ages 50 to 85. These days, funeral costs alone average over $6,000. But now you can get help. No medical exam, no health questions. And the rate of $6.95 a month per unit is guaranteed never to increase.
Call 1-800-417-8866 to receive free information in the mail. That number again is 1-800-417-8866.
Is there an SPF 30 moisturizer that's light enough to use every day? New Olay Complete Defense defies nature. The protection of a sunblock in a lightweight moisturizer. Your skin will look healthy, beautiful. It's so effective, it's recommended by the Skin Cancer Foundation. Light yet loaded with sun protection. New Olay Complete Defense SPF 30. Lightly love the skin you're in.
Listen, we all know there's all this buzz about carbs.
Carbs?
More carbs.
Less carbs?
So come here. Slim Fast has some really big news for you, honey. If you want to lose weight, you gotta cut calories too. Slim Fast helps you cut both carbs and calories with their new lower carb plan that has amazing new products like creamy chocolate shakes and rich caramel nut bars. If I can do it, you can do it. Slim Fast. Cut carbs, cut calories. Lose big, y'all. Big.
It was a wake-up call, that's for sure.
If you've been hospitalized with heart-related chest pain or a certain type of heart attack, what doctors call ACS, talk to your doctor and call 1-800-459-7391 for your free information kit.
There's so much to know.
You'll receive our booklet about the myths and realities of heart attack and stroke, plus terms and questions that could help you talk with your doctor. You'll learn the roles different medicines play, such as a prescription medicine called Plavix. Find out how Plavix, added to aspirin and your current treatment, helps raise protection against heart attack or stroke.
If you have a medical condition that causes bleeding, such as a stomach ulcer, you should not use Plavix. The risk of bleeding may increase with Plavix, and when you take Plavix with certain other medicines, including aspirin, review your medicines with your doctor to minimize this risk. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur.
Call 1-800-459-7391 and find out how to add more protection against heart attack or stroke.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Plavix.
The Mets are sort of wishing Cincinnati's Sean Casey had missed the subway out to Shea last night. The Reds had a 4-2 lead in the fourth when Willie Mopena hit a fly to Mike Cameron in left center. Cameron went running over and made a diving catch to remember. The game was tied at 4 in the 12th when Sean Casey did his thing again. He had his second home run of this game, his fifth hit of the night to win it for the Reds 6-4. There will be some new young millionaires by this time tomorrow. The NBA draft is tonight. Some of those selected will be right out of high school, notably Dwight Howard. Picking a high schooler is a risk for some teams, but one that has paid off handsomely, as ESPN's Dana Jacobson reminds us.
This is the beginning. You come into a man's world, they don't judge you as a kid. They judge you as a man.
You're going to get that superstar talent. You're going to go young. You look at KG and Kobe, Tracy McGrady, and they all kind of came up very young, 18, 19 years old. And what you realize about their first year or two is they struggle.
In today's NBA, that's the quandary franchises are faced with every June. Play it safe and select a proven college player, or go with the unknown commodity and hope to strike it rich with a high school phenom.
Clubs that want to have a ball player like that, they're going to have to live with the fact that this kid's probably not going to be productive for those first 3 or 4 years.
Jermaine O'Neal didn't exactly get a lot of playing time in Portland and played there for 3 years. Tracy really flourished near the end of his second year in Toronto and really became a great factor for the Raptors in his third year.
Jackson and James hit the nail on the head. Since 1995, 22 high schoolers have been drafted. Only 3 of those players have averaged double figures their first year: Kevin Garnett, Amari Stoudemire, and LeBron James. Of the 11 players drafted before 2001 with the opportunity to play at least 4 seasons, it took 6 of them, that's more than half, until at least their third year to score at least 10 a game. In fact, Jermaine O'Neal didn't score in double digits for the year until his 5th season in the league. And look how he's ripping up the NBA now.
The young guys are running things right now. You know, coming into this league, we was criticized a lot. And I really think that has a lot to do with it. That's motivation for us. That's what we drive on, and that's why we are, you know, who we are today.
Still interesting debate. You wonder, what will they do if something happens to them and they don't have a college degree?
Yeah, well, they'll have a lot of money, so they can figure it out then. Hey, there's a such thing as an iron butt contest. Yes,
entering?
It's true. Excuse me. A motorcyclist has traveled from Alaska all the way to Florida, more than 5,000 miles to win the title of Iron Butt. Our producer says we sit in these chairs for an hour and a half.
We should be able to get that award. That's the sports for this half hour.
We'll be back.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Save up to 80% by buying Factory Direct. The Jewelry Factory imports their diamonds direct from site holders and manufactures their jewelry direct. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, mountings, bracelets, pendants, and earrings, and guarantees the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory's 1-carat platinum bands are $1,400. 1-carat 3-stone bracelets are $249. Diamond studs are $199, and 3-stone pendants are $99. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and save. The Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
When did you find time to go shopping for new carpet?
I didn't have to. I called At Home Carpet for a free in-home design consultation. They brought samples from major manufacturers, and we were able to match the carpet perfectly to our wall color, draperies, furniture, all under our actual lighting. And At Home Carpet has the guaranteed lowest prices. They have 48-hour installation of in-stock carpet.
Get 3 rooms of carpet for only $549. Call today, 888-369-RUGS.
Tonight at 9/8 Central,
When I ring my bell, it will be for the hundreds.
Kingdom returns with an all-new episode.
Oh my God, look.
It's the beginning of the end. At all-new Kingdom Hospital, ABC tonight, 9/8 Central. Viewer discretion advised. They are famous daughters of 60s rock and roll royalty, Wilson Phillips. And tonight, the full untold story, how it really was.
When I saw the needles, I knew that my father was going to die.
Tonight, their secret pain and newfound harmony on primetime.
It's fun to let the big dog eat. Strip it and rip it? Heck yeah.
Charles Howe III and power hitter John Daly tee off in the Booz Allen Classic. This weekend, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific on ABC Sports.
There are pets and there are pets. Some pets make themselves more at home than others with a little help from their owners. You know who you are. Keep a photo of your pet in your wallet. You treat your kitty only to those gourmet meals and triple filtered water. Perhaps you shower Fido with gifts. Well, you've got nothing to be ashamed of, and our Giz Whiz Dick DeBartolo is here this morning with the best new gadgets and gifts for your best four-legged friends. Dick, as always, great to have you back.
You have a pet?
I don't have a pet right now, but of course I grew up with animals in my early years, so they would die right now. I got to wait till I get a better schedule.
Get a fish. Okay, this is really neat. This is called the Pet Wheel Away, and it's a 4-in-1 guy. You can put your pet in here. There are 3 sizes, so up to 8 pounds, up to 15 pounds, up to 30 pounds. And so you can wheel your pet along, and you can open this for his ventilation, or you can fold the handle down, and it becomes a backpack. Carry the pet that way. In your car, you can run the seatbelt through there, so it can restrain the pet. And the final guy, I'm going to bring this up here, if you're traveling and you're in a hotel or something, the pet can go in there, and you have a little pet bed.
Yeah, that's perfect. And can you take this right on the plane with you?
You know that the manufacturer said that it is plain, meets the specifications.
Oh, great. Perfect.
Okay, the Pet Wheel Away, and they run about $70 to $80. That's from Global Pet Products. This is neat. This is called Comfort Pup. Now, if you have a brand new puppy, you know, puppies get lonely when you go to work. I'm going to hold this up and see if you can hear.
All right.
What did it? Can you hear that? I don't know. I'm not sure if you can or not.
I can hear it.
Yeah, okay.
It's the heartbeat, right?
Right. That's my heartbeat. Just because.
Right.
Comfort Pet. When you squeeze his paw, there's a digital recording of a mother's heartbeat, and the theory is that your puppy will lay on this, hopefully think this is a mother dog, and not be lonely at night or when you go to work. So you just squeeze that, and the heartbeat goes for half an hour.
Have they found that puppies believe that?
You know what? The woman said that not only puppies, but older dogs think that there's someone else in the room. So, you know, give it a try.
Probably some pet owners, too, who probably...
I've been sleeping with this every night, but I'd rather not talk about that.
Exactly.
Okay.
These are kind of cool, but I can't imagine whether or not the dog would actually want to wear those.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is my hound dog, Fairway, and I've only had, they're called doggles, goggles for dogs. And when I was talking to the woman who came up with them, she said, they're really more than a toy. Actually, dogs, working dogs in Iraq are wearing doggles because dogs sniffing out bombs or sniffing out bodies, they have to deal with the sun and sand. So, but my dog took to them right away. They're called doggles, and doggles come with interchangeable lenses. And then they make regular sunglasses for dogs. And again, a perfect use if you have one of those dogs who rides with their head out the window in the car.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about debris.
Yeah,
okay.
And keeps their eyes from watering probably
exactly.
as much. I bet your dog wears the glasses on the boat.
She does. She does when she leans out the side. I'm going to move this stuff over here to give us a touch more room.
This is really perfect because I remember growing up that the dog used to push the bowl right through the kitchen.
Did you notice that you can't?
Yeah.
Right. Well, what it is, actually, there's a little release here. There's a giant suction cup on the bottom. So if you push that down on a smooth surface, the dog... You're absolutely right. Normally the dog starts in the kitchen and ends up
all over the place,
right,
and then
ends up in the living room. And so that's the it's called Stay in Place Dog Bowl.
Now this is the doggy disco bowl.
No, not quite the doggy disco. Okay. You know what we did is we just lost the battery out of the bottom here, so I'm going to put that in.
Show us how it works.
How it works.
Yeah, there you go.
Now you see it's flashing. Let me bring that up here. And it's flashing because it shows you that your dog has no water. So as you fill this bowl, and the weight shuts the lights off. So when it comes back up again, it's a little loose only because the...
Perfect this time of year, though, especially when it gets this hot out.
I'm going to put this on top of this.
How does this contraption work?
This is neat. This is called the Pet King. And what you do with this guy is... that previous thing is called Smart Bowl. And this guy is, let me just flip this open, is when you get to the park or a picnic, these are watertight covers. So you can put water in one, food in another, and at a hotel or wherever you're traveling with your pet, you have food, and there's a junior version if you have a cat and you want to take water. So that's really neat. That's Pet King.
Now these are high-tech leashes.
High-tech leashes. I'm going to drop this on the floor and bring up some of our leashes here. This is from Miracle Beam, and it's the LED dog leash. And as you shake it, it flashes. So at night, when you're out with your dog, they make a matching collar, and as you shake the collar, so safety for you and your dog when you walk at night.
Not only can you see them, but other people can see them too.
Absolutely. And this is from Atomic Wave. It's a different version. Let me see if we can see that. It's pretty bright in here. These are actually
that's cool.
They're little fleshing doggy bones. So again, safety for both you and your pet.
Something tells me the dog's going to want the real bone.
Okay.
You got an ID tag here.
Yeah, this is neat. These are also motion activated. There's a place on the back to write your phone number. They're from Miracle Beam. They're called Dog Tag Light, under $7.
And this is cool.
This is cool, okay. Not brand new, but a lot of people don't know they exist. The Doggy Umbrella. So it's clear so you can see your dog. There's a hook under there. If you're very vain, you can have a matching person umbrella.
Something tells me there are a lot of people here in New York who have the matching set. So what do? You actually hold this and then this hooks onto the dog's collar?
Exactly. And you hold that. You can see what your dog's doing through the clear plastic.
All right. Well, there you go.
That neat?
And if you forget your umbrella, well, then,
That's right. If you miss anything, at GizWizBiz, I have more info and links to everybody's website.
Some really great items.
Okay, thanks.
DeBartolo, been too long. We'll see you again soon.
Okay, very good. You can take the umbrella. I know you love it.
Yeah, we'll try. Okay. You're watching World News Now.
Larry, it's time we got more life insurance. I've been looking. I can't believe how much it can cost.
Mm-hmm.
But where can we find affordable coverage at our age with your health?
It's not a problem. We belong to AARP.
Whether you're looking to supplement an existing policy or buying protection for the first time, you cannot be turned down for AARP Guaranteed Acceptance Life. You never have to visit a doctor or answer any health questions. If you're an AARP member between the ages of 50 and 80, your acceptance is guaranteed for up to $15,000 in affordable lifetime protection. To find out more about AARP Guaranteed Acceptance Life, just dial this toll-free number and request free information by mail. There's no risk or obligation.
Receive a free calculator just for calling 1-800-311-9630. Not an AARP member? We'll tell you how to join. Call 1-800-311-9630.
You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up.
Kenny Rogers, the Gambler, brings you the first ever collection of all his hits.
And she believes in me.
Kenny Rogers, 42 ultimate hits featuring all his best love songs.
Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between.
And his #1 hits.
Lady, your love's the only love I need. Promise me, son, not to do the things I've done.
Finally, all of Kenny's hits packaged into one ultimate 2-CD set.
Decorated my life.
Call now and order Kenny Rogers' 42 Ultimate Hits, a first ever 2-CD retrospective spanning over 30 years for $20.98. And get this poster free.
Don't fall in love with a dreamer, 'cause he'll break you every
His most memorable duets.
We've got tonight.
And his most endearing songs.
You picked a fine time to leave me loose.
40 of Kenny's greatest hits, plus 2 brand new songs, including My World Is Over, Kenny's new duet with Whitney Duncan, now available on this collection.
Crazy for you.
Kenny Rogers' 42 Ultimate Hits, the first ever collection of its kind. Order Kenny Rogers' 42 Ultimate Hits on 2 CDs for $20.98, plus $4.95 shipping and handling. Or order online at kennyhits.com. Rush delivery available. Call now.
I found with you.
Teenagers usually have a lot on their mind, like school, clothes, pimples, boys, girls. But one remarkable 13-year-old California girl has her head in the clouds, literally. She's at the controls of a plane traveling almost across the country to Wisconsin. KABC's Karen Carlson caught up with her before she left yesterday.
Very excited, a little nervous, but I'm okay.
Brianne Farfan is just 13 years old. She's not driving yet, but is about to pilot a flight across the country. Are you nervous at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course I am. I was against this from the beginning. I keep telling everybody I was against it from the beginning.
But a smile that could light up an airport before dawn and fierce determination convinced her dad she'd be okay.
I put a lot of nope, ifs, ands, or buts, and no, and I tried to find every excuse to keep her out of this. And when she overcame all those, I ran out of options.
Her parents say Brianne has always loved planes and started flying at this Compton training school when she was just 11. The director of this nonprofit school says it took countless hours of community service for Brianne to earn the right to fly here.
She's been exposed to the aviation world, and she's now starting to see that there really isn't any limits. You know, she can do anything.
And this trip, well, she actually wrote up her own proposal and sent out letters to hundreds asking for financial help. This trip will cost more than $7,000.
I was very surprised and happy that people really did help, and I want to thank all those people that helped out.
When it came time to load up and take off, there were a few butterflies and a couple of nervous family members, but when the Cessna finally left the ground, there were no regrets.
My nervousness is basically from like her being away from home, but other than that, I have complete confidence in her. She can do it. She can do it, and she did it.
This is Karen Carlson reporting for ABC News.
Good luck to her.
Yeah, you bet.
You know, there's a study out this morning from the National Marriage Project at Rutgers University saying that if you're looking for a guy to get married, look for a guy who came from a traditional home, 2 parents, and had a traditional background, going to some sort of religious services on a regular basis. And they say most men settle down when they think it's the right time. So that's the question. Do guys settle down when it's the right time or the right one?
Well, I had 8 parents, so I think I'm out of the equation on I was trying to get out of this one. I think the timing issue is different for guys and girls, don't you? Guys tend to wait longer. Girls are a little more ready to settle down.
That's the news for this half hour.
Send in the emails. I know they're coming.
For the latest video highlights, log on to America Online, keyword ABC News, or go to abcnews.com.
Hi, I'm Eric Estrada, and welcome to the most wonderful communities on Florida's Gulf Coast you'll ever see. They're called Northport and Port Charlotte, and they're waiting for you. And I don't mean as a tourist or a visitor, I mean as a property owner. You can leave the big city crime, violence and traffic all behind you and move to these amazing communities for very, very little money.
Every day is paradise down here. It's the most beautiful place on God's earth.
I love it. It's like living in paradise.
As you can see, the beaches are beautiful. You're gonna love it.
We love Port Charlotte.
And you better hurry because these properties at the incredible prices on your screen will not last. In fact, the U.S. Census Bureau projects the population of Florida will increase by over 38% by the year 2010. So the time to buy is now. Start planning your future by owning Florida real estate. You'll be glad you did. Now get ready to call that number on your screen because I'm going to tell you about an offer that you won't be able to resist. When you make that call, you will be sent a no-obligation free brochure outlining everything that Northport and Port Charlotte have to offer. If you like what you see, and I know that you will, then we are going to fly you and a guest down here on a free mini vacation to see it for yourself. You heard me right, a free mini vacation. You will get round-trip airfare on a commercial airline for 2, luxurious hotel accommodations, and of course, a no-sales pressure private tour to see our incredible home sites. Now, how could you pass up
These terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
That's part of maybe the most talked about documentary ever made, Fahrenheit 9/11, which opens this weekend.
We're going to take another look at that film, and we'll also take another look at Spider-Man 2. This show is so jam-packed, we better get started. I'm Roger Ebert.
And I'm Richard Roper. Once again, we've got the early reviews on some of the big movies of the summer, including our first film, Anchorman. And who better than Will Ferrell to play Ron Burgundy, a pompous, clueless, but weirdly charming San Diego anchor in the 70s. Now, Ferrell is a unique comic talent who somehow manages to endear us to the dim-witted, lumpy-bodied, socially inept doofuses he plays in films such as Old School and Elf. This broad satire isn't quite as funny as those two efforts. I'd say the laugh ratio is about 50%, but that's still pretty good.
You have your ubulus muscle that connects to the upper dorsimus. It's boring, but it's part of my life. I'm just gonna grab this shirt if you don't mind. Just watch out for the guns. They'll get you.
Christina Applegate is a game comedic foil. She's kind of doing the Cameron Diaz role here as Veronica Corningstone, the ambitious journalist who threatens the all-boys club in the newsroom. Anchorman sometimes almost forgets it's in the 70s, but we do get the inevitable reference to the Starland vocal band.
Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. You guys have it, I think. Afternoon delight.
Always a welcome presence, Fred Willard. He's a news producer.
But you and I are mature adults. We've both seen our share of pornographic materials. Oh, you never have? Of course you haven't. How stupid of me. Neither have I. I was just speaking in generalities. Right, I'll stop by the school a little later, Sister Margaret.
I love the off-mic sniping between Ron and Veronica, as well as the narration for this movie, which comes from Bill Curtis, none other than Bill Curtis. Anchorman veers from mild satire to outright farce. It has no interest in sticking to a cohesive storyline, or it doesn't really want to say anything remotely important about the state of TV news in the 70s. It just wants to make us laugh. Will Ferrell, he's a gigantic comedy puppy dog. He'll do anything to please us, and it usually works. Thumbs up for me.
You know, I liked it too. I liked it because it was funny. And I also liked it because it made some interesting little points about television news. For example,
I don't know. Did it really?
The promos that make the television news team look like a happy family, as if these people live together and kind of spend all their time being perfectly groomed and smiling at each other and nodding at their witnesses. That was funny. And then the stories they have to cover, you know, like the water skiing squirrel and the pregnant panda.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that kind of stuff is still around.
Panda watch,
Yes,
you know,
right,
where it's like day 47 of mingling and being pregnant.
To come out, you know. It's a very funny movie.
Yeah,
the one
right.
thing I didn't think really worked was the strange brawl involving all of the local anchor teams.
Yeah, that
weird fantasy.
Yeah, there were a couple of scenes in this movie where I thought, well, this must be a fantasy sequence or a dream sequence, and they weren't, and they should have been. But, you know, a lot of hit and miss, but I mean, I laughed out loud a lot.
It's a funny film. Okay, our next movie is Before Sunset, a sequel to the 1995 film in which a young American man and a young French woman meet in Vienna and spend a long night talking about the meaning of life while they're falling a little bit in love. Played by Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, they promised to meet again a year later, but now 9 years have passed. He's written a bestseller about their one night together, and she materializes at a book signing in Paris so that their conversation begins again.
Do I look any different? I do.
I'd have to see you naked.
What?
I know, I'm sorry.
In a rush of words, both cautious and risky, they wonder if perhaps that night in Vienna was a sign that they really were meant for one another.
In the months leading up to my wedding, okay, I was thinking about you all the time. I mean, even on my way there, I'm in the car and a buddy of mine is driving me downtown and I'm staring out the window and I think I see you.
Before Sunset takes place almost literally in real time. There are no breaks between the beginning of the movie and the end in terms of the continuity. Like My Dinner with Andre, it's basically one long conversation, an exhilarating, stimulating, thoughtful conversation. Director Richard Linklater co-wrote the movie with Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, and the screenplay is literate, realistic, thoughtful, and subtle in the way the characters circle one another, trying to figure out what they're really up to. This is a better movie than Before Sunrise. It's more urgent, smarter, wiser about life, and you could say the same thing about the characters. They're a little older now. Thumbs up.
I agree. I think it is a better movie because the characters are more interesting, and Hawke and Delpy each contributed quite a bit to the screenplay, and it's beautiful writing, wonderful acting, and you're so right about Linklater's direction. At first you're thinking, okay, this is just a dialogue movie. They're talking, but you realize you're seeing a lot of Paris in this film as they walk and they get on that boat and they get to her apartment, and the camera moves around with such grace and style and subtlety where it doesn't take you away from what they're saying and yet keeps you involved with what's happening on the screen. So really top-notch work here.
You know, this movie probably would have been impossible without actors who were very, very smart
and natural,
very literate and very natural. This is very, very good acting, even though it seems to be just two people having a conversation.
Yeah, in lesser hands, it would have been maybe a disaster. And I love sequels like this and Barbarian Invasions that catch up with characters 10 or 15 years down the line. I'd like to see these guys 10 years from now.
Yeah, I was going to say that I keep doing this every 10 years, like the 7 Up series.
That'd be wonderful. Okay, our next movie is De Lovely, a biography of the great Cole Porter that has a lot more of an true Hollywood story feel than Night and Day, the sanitized version of Porter's life starring Cary Grant. This film doesn't just hint at Porter's sexuality. In fact, his love life is given as much screen time as his timeless music. I thought Kevin Kline was wonderful as the witty, wisecracking Porter, and Ashley Judd gives one of her best performances as Porter's adoring and understanding to a fault wife, Linda.
But I have other interests. Interests, the pursuit of which some people might find cruel to you.
You mean men?
Yes, men.
Let's just say you like them more than I do.
Some of Porter's most enduring hits are interpreted by an interesting array of pop stars, including Robbie Williams, Elvis Costello, Sheryl Crow, and Alanis Morissette. Director Irwin Winkler has a veteran's appreciation for show business, and he confidently chronicles Porter's rise to fame and fortune and his physical and career setbacks. In the end, we feel that Cole Porter never quite loved anybody as much as the characters in his songs loved one another. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for me, too. I love this movie. You know, what's interesting is it's often the case in musical biopics that they try to say, oh, the songs really reflect the life. But in Cole Porter's case, apparently they really did. And if you listen to these lyrics, people heard them at the time as heterosexual in orientation, but actually they could also be seen as gay in orientation. And it's interesting how every song then begins to sound a little bit ambiguous and more complicated than you thought.
You know, it's interesting because it's almost like they're single entendre when you hear the lyrics now, but you think, you know, there was a certain sadness behind Cole Porter's life because he could never really come out of the closet, so he did all this music and he had this double life going on.
I think he really did love Linda, and she certainly loved him, and they managed this relationship despite all of the complications and all of the pain.
And you know, it was just so good to see Ashley Judd in a role where she didn't have a gun in her hand or a knife to her throat to remind us what a good actor she is.
She is very good in this film.
Okay, when we come back, Robert Redford and Willem Dafoe face off in The Clearing, plus another look at Spider-Man 2 and Fahrenheit 9/11.
This is an impressive crowd.
They come to every game, every city. They must have Capital One No Hassle Rewards.
With Capital One No Hassle Rewards, free flights start at just 9,000 miles. Any airline, anytime, with no blackout dates, so you can fly free faster and more often. Capital One No Hassle Rewards.
What's in your wallet?
College is in our immediate future, only not the same one. Florida, Texas, Ivy League. All three of us in college at the same time. We need a way to keep in touch. That won't cost us a lot.
With Singular Family Talk, count on the largest talk for free coverage area in America. Plus, get rollover. And for a limited time, it's just $9.99 a line.
We call it our More Money for Books. Yeah, right. Books. Plan.
$9.99 a line. Another reason Singular fits you best.
Ebert and Roper in the Movies is brought to you in part by the Connecticut Office of Tourism.
Another few days, another vacation. Connecticut is so close and full of surprises. A few days is like a vacation. For 52 great getaway ideas, call or visit us online. Connecticut, so close, you'll be having fun in no time.
She's a lady. Whoa, 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 she's a lady. Talking about that little lady.
The Commerce Bank Visa check card. It's a lady's other best friend.
What does it mean to be upside down? Well, in car terms, it means owing more money on a car than it's worth. And even with fancy rebates and zero-interest financing, many people have to extend financing to afford the monthly payments. The average is over 5 years. But thanks to the Civic's best-in-class resale value, your monthly lease payments can be really low. And at the end of the lease, you can simply give it back or get a new Honda. It's another upside to leasing a Honda. Now you can lease a Civic Value package for $159 a month for 36 months.
Start the day with a splash. Bring on the blue. Moving to the horizon. Splash. Bring on the blue. Now you're flying again.
That aqua velva face, so firm, so fit.
First tone skin.
That manly scent.
Shine bright in our splash. Bring on the blue. Comes that cool blast you're feeling. Splash. Bring on the blue. As she touches your skin.
It just feels better with an aqua velva man.
Oh, no. Hey, that's cruel.
He's got to learn how to swim. That's how I taught the children.
You did not. Anyway, I taught them to swim.
Robert Redford and Helen Mirren play a comfortably married couple in The Clearing, a movie that works because of the intense, convincing performances by all of the actors. Their marriage has had problems, but it has survived, and for them, this day begins like any other day. Meanwhile, we've seen another man getting up and going to work, a man who lives in a different world than Redford and Mirren. Played by Willem Dafoe, he greets Redford at the end of his driveway.
What the hell are you doing?
If you make a noise, I'll shoot.
Dafoe is a kidnapper, not a professional criminal, but a working man who thinks of himself as a failure in life and thinks that Redford's money will solve his problems. During a long day, he explains himself.
You're in my shoes, wouldn't you do it?
No, I wouldn't.
You have any idea what it's like to see your wife go to work every day instead of floating her pool?
The Clearing cuts between those two men walking through the forest and Helen Mirren dealing with the police, the FBI, and their children. There are two different time frames at work here, something we don't notice to begin with. Redford and Mirren make their characters very real, and Willem Dafoe gives one of his best performances as a man who has given a lot of thought to his strategy for this day. He's so earnest it's painful, which is maybe why the ending of the movie is so strangely powerful. Dafoe knew what he wanted to do and how to do it, but he didn't know how it might make him feel. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for me as well, and you're so right about the time structure. The first time I've seen this film twice, and the first time it took me a while to catch up with it, and then you're like, okay, this is really interesting how this is working. But both times, the acting was very effective, even when you know where the story is going. Helen Mirren, I think, gives an Oscar-worthy supporting performance as the wife. We learn a lot about their marriage as the investigation continues, and the dynamic between the Redford and Dafoe characters is so interesting because you think, well, the kidnapper should have the upper hand here, but Redford has a way of showing him, hey, look, you may have a gun on me, but let's not kid ourselves here about who's the superior human being.
Redford is a natural leader, and Dafoe is a loser and always will be a loser. And you know, this is the first film with Robert Redford in it that has ever played at Sundance, the film festival that he runs. And they were able to do a film that was worth making.
Yeah, powerful piece of work. Okay, speaking of powerful pieces of work, Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 9/11 opens nationwide this weekend, and what a shame that the MPAA has settled the film with an R rating. I think everyone 12 and older should see this movie, whether you're a Bush backer, a flaming liberal, or an undecided. Now, since we gave Fahrenheit 9/11 two major thumbs up a few weeks ago on this show, I've heard from a lot of conservatives saying we shouldn't even call this film a documentary because it's hardly neutral. Well, guess what? All documentaries have a point of view.
How could Congress pass this Patriot Act without even reading it?
Sit down, my son. We don't read most of the bills.
In Roger and Me and Bowling for Columbine, Moore placed himself in the center of the action, and even though the clips the studio provided us feature Moore heavily, he wisely stays on the sidelines for the most part in this movie. But he does point the camera at himself as he confronts some pro-war congressmen.
Michael Moore. How are you doing? Good, good. Trying to get members of Congress to get their kids to enlist in the Army and go over to Iraq.
I'm not saying every single frame of this film is the gospel, but I'd sure like to see a conservative filmmaker make a rebuttal movie. In the meantime, fans of good movies should see Fahrenheit 9/11. It contains some of the biggest laughs, some of the most interesting revelations, and some of the most heart-tugging moments of any movie of any kind this year.
You're right. And you know, there is a movie coming out that attacks Michael Moore. It doesn't defend President Bush, it just attacks Michael Moore.
Can't wait to see it.
We've asked for a copy of this film, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. You know, the congressman in that scene where he was asking them if their sons had enlisted to fight in Iraq, complained that they were ambushed. But of course they were ambushed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's an ambush. He's trying to embarrass them, and it's fairly easy to do because they're not too eager, in most cases, to have their sons fighting that war.
Well, you know, Moore is a very skilled filmmaker, and yes, he's occasionally going to leave out certain things, and he's going to spin things a certain way. Everybody does when they have a camera and they want to get a point of view out there.
People seem to be shocked that anyone has a point of view unless it agrees with them.
Yeah.
For example, political spots. Bush supporters and Kerry supporters aren't bothered by their own spots. They're only bothered by the other ones.
Well, I just hope that, once again, same thing with The Passion of the Christ and other controversial movies. People have all these opinions. I think maybe see the movie and then let us know what you think about it.
What an interesting idea.
I know,
okay.
I know.
Spider-Man 2 opens next Wednesday, or actually Tuesday at midnight, and I think it may be the best superhero movie I have ever seen. We reviewed it on an earlier show, but I want to take another look at the way director Sam Raimi respects the classic Spider-Man character by giving full attention to the dilemma of Peter Parker.
What do you want?
I want you to find your friend, Spider-Man. Tell him to meet me at the West Side Tower at 3 o'clock.
I don't know where he is.
Find him. Or I'll peel the flesh off her bones.
Spider-Man 2 is a much better, deeper, more effective film, and Maguire's complexity as an actor is fully utilized here. He's good at playing self-effacing characters who seem to doubt themselves, and even when he's Spider-Man, he seems vulnerable, as in those scenes where he loses his web-spinning ability. This is a superhero movie for people who don't go to superhero movies. I'm telling my friends, they say, I don't want to see Spider-Man. I say, you might be surprised.
Yes, you do, because if you took out all the action scenes, which I certainly don't want to do, you'd still have an interesting movie
yes,
here.
You would.
And part of it is because the Spider-Man character is so flawed. He's younger than the usual superhero character. He's got all these problems. He can't make ends meet. He's getting fired from jobs. And, you feel like he's vulnerable. I also think it's key that, unlike in Batman and in Superman, where you have like Gotham and Metropolis, New York City's like a character in this movie. Spider-Man exists in a kind of realistic New York City with the tabloid newspapers and people who see him and go, oh yeah, there's Spider-Man on the job. Sometimes they help him. Sometimes they wonder if he's a bad guy.
One thing that you said the first time we reviewed the movie was you didn't like Dr. Octopus as much as you liked the Green Goblin in the first movie. Now, I have given it a lot more thought, and I would like to tell you that I think Dr. Octopus is at least as good and maybe better than the Green Goblin, and that the performance is fabulous.
Well, I'll think a little bit more about that Doc Ock thing as I'm walking around. I mean, as I said in the first review, the villains aren't even the key thing here. It's not like Batman where it's like, Joker, Penguin, he's going to take on these different villains, because there's a lot more going on.
But the villains at least make every movie distinctive.
I'm so glad you were thinking about Doc Ock in your free time.
Thinking about Dr. Ock all the time.
Very
Coming up
nice,
next, the family film Two Brothers plus the Wayans brothers transform themselves into white chicks.
Your Lancaster County vacation. Visit PA-Country.com for money-saving offers or call 1-800-PA-Dutch.
I've put a lot of hard work into my home. Every day there's another thing that needs to be fixed, added onto, or updated. But one thing I've taken care of, how it's all paid for.
Call Champion Mortgage at 1-800-CHAMPION for customized home equity loans and refinancing solutions.
Hey, home equity loan and refinancing rates are still incredibly low. If you have a mortgage, a credit card, or any loan above this rate, call Champion Mortgage and save.
Don't miss out. Whatever your financial situation, call 1-800-CHAMPION before rates go up.
You can elect to go left. You can elect to go right. Or you can be an independent. Summer Jam. Join the party now at your Cadillac dealer. Cadillac. Breakthrough. Visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer for this attractive offer. See dealer for residency restrictions.
Next is Two Brothers, one of the most amazing animal adventure fables ever captured on film. Now, Guy Pearce is the male lead, but the real stars are the tigers, Kumail and Sangha. Hunters shoot the cub's father, and Kumail and Sangha are separated, with Kumail sold to a circus. Kumail's mother tries to save her cub. And the other cub, Sangha, becomes a plaything for the child of the regional governor. Now, some 30 real tigers of all ages and some animatronic creations and models were used in Two Brothers, but the net effect is seamless. Even when we see things that couldn't possibly involve real tigers, we're convinced that it's authentic. Thumbs up for this unique tale.
A marginal thumbs down for me, although I agree it's an amazing animal adventure, and the photography of the tigers is fabulous. The first quarter of the movie is like a documentary about these two tigers, and I really enjoyed it. But you know, the problem is, these tigers are kind of turned into Disney characters. I mean, they all but speak English, and they do things that indicate they have human values, and they're never, at one point they say, he can't be a pet anymore, he's got the taste for blood. Well, what was this tiger living on for all the months up until that scene?
I don't know, kibbles and bits. I mean,
obviously,
you know,
these tigers, they kill. That's how they live. They kill things.
I know, Roger,
and this movie is like they're vegetarians.
Well, that's, you know, hey, that's why I said it's a fable, but I mean, that's what's so great about it.
I would recommend it for the younger kids in the family. I think adults are going to say those tigers are awfully smart.
Well, they are, and you recommend.
They seem to understand everything everybody says to them.
Oh, you recommended Garfield, and you're not recommending that.
Yeah, but the two movies approach totally different audiences in totally different ways, and you can't compare one to another.
I just did.
I know, but you shouldn't have. Okay, the Wayans family has produced some funny movies, but White Chicks is not one of them. If we don't agree on this one, I'll be amazed. Keenan Ivory Wayans directs, and Marlon and Sean Wayans star as FBI agents assigned to protect a couple of rich bimbos from being kidnapped. As a lure for the kidnappers, they decide to disguise themselves as the bimbos.
What's up, money? You got a problem? Nah, yo, hold my poodle. Hold my poodle.
How could anyone be fooled by that makeup? They look like the giant heads with the moving lips on Conan O'Brien's show. The plot is completely conventional, the characters are off the shelf, the slapstick is pitiful, and White Chicks earns a place of pride on my list of the year's worst films.
Worst movie of the year, you're so right. The makeup is just hideous. It doesn't work on any level whatsoever. I mean, when they did the makeup, they should have gone onto the set and said, well, guess what, everybody, go home. We don't have a movie.
The makeup test should have alerted them.
They look like something out of Vanilla Sky when Tom Cruise was wearing that mask. I mean, they're scary looking.
You're right.
And for everybody to fall for it, I mean, from that launching point, it's dead. And then beyond that, the jokes don't work, the physical comedy doesn't work, the stupid kidnapping plot doesn't work. I'm telling you, it's the worst movie of the year.
I'd like to put in a personal plea for no White Chicks 2.
Okay, coming up next, I've got a special announcement to make.
Want more from dry food? Lots of choice. All the nutrition. Great taste. More Friskies. Wet food, treats, and dry food. With all the choice and taste of Friskies. For more.
I used a credit card to treat myself to a little chunk of heaven, baby. That singles weekend in Tijuana. Freaky deaky. But first, I needed to power up my babe magnet. Self-tanning cream, fresh hair plugs, and a complete wax job on the old chassis. Ouch. Slow down, ladies. There's enough Larry for everyone.
Fraud early warning. When we see suspicious spending, we'll alert you and stop it. Citi Identity Theft Solutions. That's using your card wisely.
Want more from dry food? Lots of choice. All the nutrition. Great taste. More crunch. More Friskies. Wet food, treats, and dry food. With all the choice and taste of Friskies. For more.
Now, a special note, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has announced the 2005 inductees into the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's quite a list. The honorees include Kevin Kline, Julianne Moore, Tom Brokaw, Al Green, Rod Stewart, and my partner, Roger Ebert. It is a well-deserved honor. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. You know, it came as a real surprise.
Really?
It came on my birthday, so what a nice birthday present to get a star on the Hollywood Boulevard.
And then there'll be a ceremony next year where you're actually there on your star, and you could either be in front of like a lingerie shop or like in a great location, and then people come out and polish the star.
Yeah, I'm pricing brass polish already, yes.
Cool stuff. Okay, recapping this week's movies, 2 thumbs up for Anchorman. It opens in 2 weeks. 2 thumbs up for Before Sunset. 2 more thumbs up for DeLovely, and 2 more thumbs up for The Clearing. Those 3 movies open next week. 2 thumbs up for Fahrenheit 9/11. 2 thumbs up for Spider-Man 2. It opens on Wednesday. We split on Two Brothers, and 2 thumbs down as far as they possibly can go for White Chicks.
We will be back in a moment.
Visit our website at ebertandroper.tv or at movies.com.
Living with genital herpes can be a hassle. Each outbreak felt like it took days out of my life. So I talked to my doctor and found out about Valtrex. Just 1 pill a day helps reduce the number of outbreaks. In fact, I've been outbreak-free for almost a year.
It's a brand new day. In a 1-year clinical study among people with genital herpes who took Valtrex, at 6 months, over half were outbreak-free. After 1 year, a third were outbreak-free.
I don't want to lose my days. I want to spend them how I want to.
It's a brand new day. There is no cure for herpes. Even with treatment, it may be possible to spread herpes. Valtrex may not prevent all recurrences. To avoid a potentially serious complication, tell your doctor if your immune system is not normal because of bone marrow or kidney transplant or advanced HIV disease. Common side effects are headache, nausea, and abdominal pain.
Ask your doctor if daily Valtrex is right for you. My days are mine, and that's the way it should be.
It's a brand new day.
The 2004 Mitsubishi Eclipse, with the most powerful V6 in its class. Now through June 30th, get $2,000 factory cash back. And as always, get a 10-year warranty on a car you actually want to drive. Only at Mitsubishi.
Breakstone's cottage doubles or yogurt? Well, since Breakstone's cottage doubles has half the sugar of yogurt, the real dilemma is what to do with that yogurt. Cottage cheese with real fruit topping, that's half the sugar of yogurt. Breakstone's cottage doubles.
Start the day with a splash. Bring on the blue. Moving to the horizon. Splash. Bring on the blue. Now you're flying again.
That aqua velva face, so firm, so fit.
First tone skin.
That manly scent.
Jump right in. Splash. Bring on the blue. Comes that cool blast you're feeling. Splash. Bring on the blue. As she touches your skin.
It just feels better with an aqua velva man.
I'm an electrician, a carpenter, a toilet handle jiggler. I'm a homeowner. I put a lot of hard work into it. Now I want my home to work for me. So I'm calling 1-800-CHAMPION for a home equity loan. Champion Mortgage still has incredibly low rates. They'll work with you one-on-one to find the perfect loan. I'll make home improvements, pay off credit cards, hire a professional plumber.
Whatever your financial situation, call 1-800-CHAMPION for a free consultation. Get started in just 10 minutes. Champion says yes.
Now in theaters. Brought to you by Orville Redenbacher. Start popping today.
Next week, we'll be back with a special show rounding up the best and worst movies of the year so far.
Remember, you can hear all our recent reviews at ebertandroper.tv or at movies.com, and read us in print at suntimes.com. We'll leave you with a look at movies now in theaters, and until next week, the balcony is closed.
2 thumbs up for The Terminal. We split on Around the World in 80 Days. And 2 thumbs up for Dodgeball.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
$1-800-CONTACTS. Exact same contact lenses delivered to your door for less than you're paying now. Call 1-800-CONTACTS. We deliver. You save.
You know, as little as we paid for Motel 6, I can't believe we get the kickback by the pool.
Ooh, I've had enough sun. I'm going up to the room.
We get a room too?
These people didn't just lose weight, they kept it off with Zenadron EFX. Start creating your perfect body today with Zenadron EFX. Real people, real success.
Introducing Curad Silver Bandages with Active Silver, a natural antibacterial. New Curad.
There are other athletes that could very easily factor in a Liz Tracas, an Anya Hatch, because they need to supplement these athletes where they are weak. And on vaulting, for example, is an event that they can gain some points.
July 18th, part of our U.S. Olympic track and field finals coverage. We will be there on NBC to announce the final team. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, next Saturday, the men's gymnastic trials at 2 Eastern. Coming up next is Law & Order, Criminal Intent.
NBC takes you to the other side of paradise, Hawaii, a new series coming to NBC Wednesdays.
4X Motion all-wheel drive, hill descent assist, a GPS navigation system, 4-corner adjustable air suspension, a 310 horsepower V8 engine. Yep, our Touareg already comes available with all sorts of hardware, and we just added some more. The Volkswagen Touareg, Motor Trend Sport Utility of 2004. See your Volkswagen dealer for a special lease offer on Touareg, available now.
For replacing windows and doors, you'll feel right at home at Lowe's.
This would be my dream.
Doesn't have to be a dream. At Lowe's, we can do the entire job, from free custom design to installation. No wonder Lowe's sells more Pella windows and doors than anyone else. And Lowe's has low prices every day, guaranteed. That's our promise.
I'm home.
Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Use your Lowe's card and pay nothing for 12 months on all purchases of $2.99 or more.
A nationwide taste test reveals the majority of Bud Light drinkers said Miller Lite has more taste than Bud Light. Take a moment to let that sink in. More taste and still half the carbs of Bud Light. Miller Lite, good call.
This is multitonal color for actual natural highs and lows. Color expert from L'Oreal. Now you're the expert. Step 1, all over color. Step 2, harmonizing highlights for truly multitonal color. Color expert from L'Oreal Paris.
Joe's cholesterol was high. He was told, get it low, so decided to move to the land of no. No snacking, no slacking, avoid all the bad. He ate right and ran every chance that he had. That was how he should start, the right way to go. But many need more help to get bad cholesterol low. It's okay, said his doctor, add Crestor, you should. With diet and Crestor, you very well could cut bad cholesterol about half, while raising the good. Would you like to try it? Why, yes, I would.
Ask your doctor about Crestor. Crestor is not for everyone, including people with liver disease and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor about other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of serious side effects.
Thanks to diet and Crestor, Joe's cholesterol's down, and the word spread across every village and town. It's the land of success. Crestor helps him stay there, and all his friends say, now you're getting somewhere.
There's something new at Universal Orlando. A curse 3,000 years in the making. Think you can handle it? Revenge of the Mummy, the ride. Log on to visituniversal.com.
I love my digital camera.
I love digital.
I love my digital camera.
But you know what? There's something missing.
Am I missing something? The best part of photography, pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures like they used to be.
Colorful, beautiful, awesome. Pictures.
Where are my pictures?
Introducing the Kodak Picture Maker Digital Kiosk. Now it's easy to get real Kodak pictures from any digital camera.
Pictures, please.
And that's halftime. You know, on a more personal note, I think we'd all like to spend more time with our kids.
He promised he wouldn't.
Sit down over a nice meal together.
He's right.
My favorite place is Wendy's. Junior bacon cheeseburgers, side salad, chicken nuggets. They're 99 cents each, so lunch doesn't cost much, and it's nice after the game.
Are you with Wendy's?
No, unofficially.
The 99-cent super value menu at Wendy's. It's better here.
Well, hi, honey. I'm almost done.
And our pickup window's open till midnight or later.
Well, it's about time, Sleeping Beauty. Thought you pretty much forgot about me out here. I'm a car that craves pavement. If I don't get some soon, I go Lulu. So I got this new performance tuned suspension, right? It does not let go of the road. So I'm thinking we should get an early start, get some wicked curves, and just have at it. Hey, where you going? Oh boy, it's all about you, isn't it? You.
Now with a confidence-inspiring performance-tuned suspension, the new Ford Focus ST, it begs to be driven.
I need to run too.
Medical investigation coming to NBC Fridays.
This is Olympic gold medalist Laura Wilkinson as she prepares to dive. What's going through her mind? Well, she could be thinking about a broken foot, the platform 2 feet from her head, what the chlorine is doing to her hair, millions of viewers worldwide. Or maybe she's just thinking,
This is going to be cool.
the Summer Olympics, only on the networks of NBC. This is gonna be cool.
When it starts showing up in video games, don't let the needle-pushing T5 Turbo Performance mess with your mind. It's still built like a Volvo. Introducing the all-new Volvo S40.
There's never been a better time to get into a Jeep brand 4x4 like Jeep Grand Cherokee. Right now, qualified buyers can get one for just $269 a month and only $999 down. The legendary Grand Cherokee with 4-wheel drive, power windows, locks, and air conditioning for just $269 a month. But get in today because this incredible offer ends June 30th. The best values in America are at your Jeep dealer during June bonus days.
The average driver spends a mere 1% of the time in reverse. Yet considering what's at stake, that's 1% we didn't want to ignore. The backup camera, available in the Lexus RX 330. At your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer.
It's inspired, but is it more than a car? Yes. Does it have the government's highest crash test rating? Yes. Does all-wheel drive make it more than a minivan? Yes. Does a lower stance make it well beyond the SUV? Yes. The Chrysler Pacifica. Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
Now during June bonus days, qualified buyers who finance through Chrysler Financial can get a Pacifica for just $299 a month.
An actor strike could mean curtains for Broadway shows at 11.
When Sylvia Maxwell was single again, she came to me at Coldwell Banker to find a new home. I searched high and low, and when I found one she loved, she made a proposal to buy it. Larry was a single professor who lived next door, until one day, he made a proposal of another kind. Gives a whole new meaning to love thy neighbor.
For almost a century, Coldwell Banker has known that real estate is only part of the story. To find an office near you, visit coldwellbanker.com.
Have a good summer. See you next season. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Stay close when you and your friends join in and make free calls to any Verizon Wireless customer anytime without using any planned minutes from our national in-coverage area. Plus, buy any LG phone and get a VX3200 free. Hurry, offer ends June 30th.
I miss you guys. Yeah, me too.
Is your group in? Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
He warned them. I swear to God, if I even feel somebody behind me, there is no measure to how fast and how hard I will bring this fight to your doorstep.
We got a guy coming across the street.
Warren is a guy with pieces to a jigsaw puzzle.
Take him down.
They should have listened.
I told you people to leave us alone.
He's coming for us.
This is Jason Bourne.
Trace it.
Where is he?
Right next to you. The Bourne Supremacy. Rated PG-13. At theaters July 23rd.
I got his car just in time. My apartment needed a serious upgrade, and now I have Mocha Mola. And this time, nothing but the classy stuff. Black lacquer, Roman columns, a statue of David. But with some underpants on, hey, I'm no hussy. Sure, it's not my money, but great taste don't come cheap, cookie.
Fraud early warning. When we see suspicious spending, we'll alert you and stop it. Citi Identity Theft Solutions. That's using your card wisely.
We didn't invent the feeling. So sorry. Just a better way to get it. The
The 2004 Mazda Tribute LX V6. Crisp handling, 16-inch alloy wheels, and a V6 with 201 horses. Get all that plus 0.0% APR limited term financing or up to $3,500 cash back. Take a test drive at your Mazda dealer now.
Monday, NBC's new summer season continues, starting with another family fear factor. Fearless kids, amazing stunts, then an all-new For Love or Money, and it's the good girls.
You're very deceiving.
Versus the bad girls.
I can't deal with her another second.
Who's going home? And America's fallen in love with Who Wants to Marry My Dad. As emotions grow, I definitely feel something there. The daughter's decision gets tougher. NBC's new summer season continues Monday.
There's a great little shop you always visit when you want something really special. There's a local cafe that makes a cappuccino so good, it's worth a special trip. And there's a store near you that sells high-quality paint you just can't find anywhere else. Sherwin-Williams is your place for paint, wallpaper, and the latest faux finish techniques. It's what we do. It's all we do. So you can create a one-of-a-kind look that's just what you imagined. For your next project, this is the place. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
This is multitonal color for actual natural highs and lows. Color expert from L'Oreal. Now you're the expert. Step 1, all over color. Step 2, harmonizing highlights for truly multitonal color. Color expert from L'Oreal Paris.
Jill's allergies used to leave her in a fog. Now she's Claritin Clear. That means I control Jill's sneezing and itchy eyes without drowsiness.
Children's Claritin. Non-drowsy relief for kids as young as 2.
There's Clear. Then there's Claritin Clear.
How did we design the Kia Sorento to attain the highest quality? How did it get the government's highest side impact safety rating? How did we back it with such a great warranty and still price it thousands less than the competition? How did we do all this? We worked our tails off. That's how. The obsessively perfected Kia Sorento. Get the 2004 Sorento starting at $20,040 after $1,500 cash back, plus an additional $1,000 competitive bonus for qualified buyers.
NBC Next. A priest suspected of murder hides a darker secret.
I can't protect you.
Crossing Jordan. NBC Next.
This fall on NBC, Joey's heading to Hollywood, and his future's never looked brighter.
72 degrees every day. I don't know what it's like in New York.
71.
Poor bastard.
Joey's back on Thursdays, NBC this fall.
The 7-passenger, electronic 4-wheel drive Acura MDX. Power and safety, living in perfect harmony.
Mercury Mountaineer. Available DVD entertainment system. Safety canopy system. Disappearing third row seat. $299 a month.
First new car together.
Yeah. Hey, this XL7 is a Consumer's Digest Best Buy.
It's got a standard V6.
3 rows of seats, rear air conditioning. That's room for 7 of us.
What about all the cargo space? And it's got America's #1 warranty.
It's perfect.
The Suzuki XL7 starts at $20,349. Whatever your plans, it's one smart move. Right now, you can buy the XL7 for just $249 a month for 48 months.
Another hostage in Iraq, this time possibly a U.S. Marine at 11.
All spring you work to get your lawn thick and green, and then along comes summer and the brown patches. Hi, I'm Ashton Ritchie with the Scotts Company. Don't just blame the summer heat. It's also insects, bugs you can't even see, eating your lawn alive. The solution? Scotts Turf Builder with Summer Guard. It eliminates lawn-damaging insects. Plus, it greens up your lawn with a special summer fertilizer made for even the hottest months. Scotts Turf Builder with Summer Guard. Put it down this weekend for your best summer lawn ever. Guaranteed.
You're a toddler now, and you've got work to do. The cleaning, the shopping,
And hey, the grass isn't going to cut itself. So really, who's got time to lay down on the job? Well, Pampers has toddler transitions for each stage of your development. One pant you step in for an easy change, another you can pull on by yourself, and a new one that'll let you feel wet to help you learn to stay dry. After all, you've got mouths to feed. Toddler transitions from Pampers.
Looking for a better way to get around? Grab a Dr. Pepper and win one of 10 Dodge Vipers or lots of other prizes. Find a talking can in 12 or 24 packs. You won! Or look through Spider-Man's eye to win. It worked!
There's just no limit to the great things And brings together. And now that includes an unlimited array of unlimited calling plans from AT&T. And can take you wherever you want to go, right from your home phone. Come together with And from AT&T.
It's beautiful.
Life can change rather quickly. Only Saturn lets you exchange any new car for another within 30 days. Saturn. People first.
What's ahead on Last Comic Standing?
Beverly Hills invited me to a neighborhood watch meeting just to show the neighborhood what to watch out for.
And this Tuesday, a tour bus comedy challenge.
How many of you ever heard of Chris Rock?
Chris Rock?
His cousin lives right there.
Plus, the funniest stand-up standoff yet.
Let's hear it!
Last Comic Standing, NBC Tuesday.
Parents who love to read to their kids will have kids who love to read. Guaranteed.
Do you want to make the decision that could affect the lives of 8 million New Yorkers, or do you think you better leave that one to me?
Every year, there are thousands of medical mysteries, and one agency is our first.